Have you ever wondered what people actually notice about you before you even open your mouth? Think about it. You walk into a cafe, meet someone new, or just cross paths with strangers, and instantly, judgments are being formed about you, quietly, silently, without you even realizing it. It sounds a little scary, doesn't it? But it's true. We live in a world where impressions are created in seconds, often without us being aware of the cues we're giving off. The fascinating part is that while you might believe people focus only on what you say or how you look, the truth is far deeper. People notice subtle things, the little details you might completely overlook, but they reveal volumes about who you are. And sometimes, these hidden signals can either work in your favor or against you. So, what are those small yet powerful things that others pick up on right away, often before you've even realized they're on display? The first thing, surprisingly enough, is your shoes. It might sound shallow or even silly, but studies have shown that shoes can say a lot about a person's lifestyle, personality, and even financial habits. You don't need to wear luxury brands or polished designer pieces. But if your shoes look neglected, dirty, falling apart, or mismatched, it signals a lack of attention to detail. On the other hand, clean, well-kept shoes show that you care about how you present yourself. Then there's the way you treat people in service roles: waiters, baristas, cleaners, receptionists. This is one of the most telling aspects of someone's character. You can charm a boss or a date all you want, but if you snap at a waiter or treat a staff member like they're invisible, it reveals far more about you than you think. People notice and they remember. It speaks to your empathy, your respect for others, and whether your kindness is genuine or conditional. Next comes something most of us underestimate: your tone of voice. It's not always about the words themselves, but the way you deliver them. A sentence like "that's fine" can sound reassuring, sarcastic, dismissive, or enthusiastic depending on your tone. People pick up on the subtle inflections, and sometimes your tone betrays your true feelings before your words do. Alongside tone, hygiene plays a huge role, especially the little things like nails and breath. These details may feel unimportant compared to your outfit or hairstyle, but they can be deal breakers. Clean hands and fresh breath show respect, not just for yourself, but also for the people around you. They're small signals of self-awareness that others notice instantly. Confidence is another major factor people tune into, though it walks a fine line with arrogance. True confidence comes across as calm, grounded, and comfortable in your own skin, while arrogance often manifests in overcompensating behavior, talking over others, exaggerating achievements, or needing to be the loudest voice in the room. Most people can feel that difference immediately. And then there's eye contact, one of the most ancient and powerful forms of communication. Too little, and you risk seeming untrustworthy or insecure. Too much, and you can come across as intense or intimidating. The balance reveals a lot about your comfort level, attentiveness, and sincerity. Your posture is another unspoken language. How you carry yourself says so much without you realizing it. Slouching can signal insecurity, fatigue, or even indifference, while standing tall with relaxed shoulders shows openness and confidence. Finally, people notice how you talk about others. Do you lift people up, or do you tear them down when they're not around? If you consistently speak negatively, people will assume you'll do the same about them when they're gone. On the flip side, being generous with your words and giving credit where it's due reflects kindness and maturity. Now, let's take a step back and answer the bigger question: why do people notice these things in the first place? The truth is, we're wired for it. Humans have evolved to make snap judgments as a survival mechanism. Thousands of years ago, noticing subtle cues could mean the difference between trusting someone or avoiding danger. Today, the stakes are different, but the instinct remains. We scan for small details to decide whether someone is trustworthy, competent, or likable. And while you might think you can control every impression by carefully choosing your words or curating your appearance, it's often the unconscious details that speak the loudest. So, what does this mean for you? It doesn't mean you need to obsess over every little thing or constantly worry about what others think. Instead, it's about awareness. Recognize that these small elements are part of the picture people see when they meet you. If you're intentional about the way you carry yourself, speak, and treat others, you'll naturally begin to project the best version of who you are without forcing it. Take shoes, for example. It's not about having the most expensive pair, but about making sure they're cared for. With tone of voice, it's not about rehearsing every line, but about being mindful of how your emotions seep into your delivery. With posture, it's not about posing like a model, but simply reminding yourself to stand tall and breathe. These small adjustments create ripple effects in how people perceive you. And the most beautiful part? When you begin to align these subtle outward signals with who you genuinely are inside, people don't just notice you, they feel you. They sense your authenticity, your kindness, your presence. That's the kind of impression that lasts far longer than a flashy outfit or a clever joke. It's about consistency between your inner values and your outer actions. In a way, these small cues become a mirror, reflecting not just how others see you, but also how you see yourself. So the next time you step into a room, pause for a moment. Think less about how to impress and more about how to express the best of who you are. Keep your shoes clean, but more importantly, keep your intentions clean. Speak with respect, not just to those above you, but to everyone. Watch your tone, because it tells the truth your words might try to hide. Carry yourself with quiet confidence, and let your posture reflect self-respect. Most of all, talk about others the way you'd want them to talk about you. These are the things people notice, the things that linger long after the conversation is over. In the end, impressions aren't about perfection. They're about presence. People aren't looking for flawless. They're looking for real. And when your small details align with a genuine character, you won't just be noticed, you'll be remembered.